Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Dante, and today's date is September 11, 2025, and this is my week 5 assignment of FTE 211. And since we don't got too much time, let's get it.
Tell me who the fuck you wanna be.
Can I? Baby? Can I?
All right, before we do anything, we're gonna make sure this firearm is clear, no magazine, nothing in the chamber, pointing in a safe direction. It's ready to be worked on. First thing we're doing is going to be a dry functions test. So we're going to run it through the cycle of operation with no magazine in there, just to make sure everything's functioning correctly. So what we're going to do is rack the slide back and make sure it cocks back the hammer. And which it did. Now we want to make sure our safeties are functioning correctly. So we'll put the thumb safety on and we'll put pressure on the grip safety, pull the trigger, thumb safety's working. Thumb safety off. No pressure on the back on the grip safety. Grip safety's working also. So now we're gonna make sure the trigger's working. Boom. Trigger's working. Now we're gonna listen for the reset. There it is. That is a dry function test. Now we are going to be doing an actual function test with dummy rounds. And during this, we want to make sure that when we rack back the slide, it feeds around into the chamber, and then we're gonna be looking for that trigger pull, trigger reset. So let's just go through that really quick. So first thing we want to do is rack that first round in the chamber. Perfect. And now we're gonna do another safety check. Thumb safety with pressure on the grip safety. Thumb safety's working right. Thumb safety off. No pressure on the grip safety. And grip safety's working. So now we want to make sure the gun is functioning. Cool. Now let's eject and feed a new round in there. Listen for that reset. Do it again. Reset. And as you can see, it's working. All right, so now I'm going to go over a live fire function check. And the way you do that is you actually take your magazine. You're going to put a dummy round, an actual round, a dummy round, an actual round. So you're going to stagger it. So just in case you have any kind of issues, any kind of runaways or anything, we can catch it before we send another round through there. So what's going to happen is you're going to put your magazine in there. You're going to pull the trigger. First round's going to go off. And that second round should be a dud because it's going to be a dummy round. And that's what would be a live fire function check. All right, next up, we are going to be checking out this trigger. And me personally, I think the trigger is nice. I'm used to shoot stuff like Glock, and we know how those are. I mean, they can be, it's Glock. But anyways, this 1911 trigger is actually really nice. What we're going to be looking at is the play in the trigger before you hit the wall. We're going to be looking at the trigger pull and the reset on it. And I don't think it's any different whether I rack the slide back or just cock it back with the hammer. I don't think it's any different. So we're just going to rack back the slide and check out this. So the play on this is about 1/16 of an inch, right? And then you have your trigger pull. So let's check it out. I want to say maybe about another 1/16 of an inch. So let's go ahead and see this. Get my shadow out the way. Oh, man, that was a little bit more. So I'll say about 1/8 of an inch on the reset. Check it out. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, check it out. Boom, about 1/8 of an inch. So the play on it and the trigger pull is around 1/16 of an inch, with the reset being about 1/8 of an inch. All right, for part 3, we're going to be measuring the barrel length. And to do that, I'm going to be taking my cleaning rod here. All right, we're going to stick it into the barrel with the action closed. Take a Sharpie. Go ahead and mark it. Perfect. Then we got to get a tape measure. See this? Check it out. And I am showing 5 inches. So you got a 5-inch barrel. Now that we got that, we're actually gonna do the barrel rate or twist rate on that. And for that, I do have my cleaning rod here with my jag at the end. I'm gonna add some cotton here. And what we are gonna be looking for is for the flag to do like a quarter turn. We'll mark it and measure that and then measure it. So let's see. Check it out. From the line, let's see. Sorry about that. Let's go ahead and get it. Do it again. Here we go. Quarter turn. About right there. Add a quarter turn. We're gonna go ahead and. All right. Now grab this. We're gonna measure it. Let's see what we got. Now I'm showing about 4 inches there. So 4 times 4 is 16. So you have a 1 16th twist rate on this barrel. All right, the last part's gonna be pretty quick. We're gonna be measuring the headspace on this barrel using the go gauge and the no-go gauge. With the go gauge, it should be flush just like this. With the no-go gauge, you're gonna see a little gap. So let's check it out. That's with the go gauge. And as you can see, it is flush. And that is with the no-go gauge. As you can see, there's a gap in there. And that's how you know your headspace is correct. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Until next time, peace.